What's up? Listen up. This is how it rolls. First off, I want to say shouts out to everybody who showed love yesterday and hit up my Cash App. That was a blessing. Um, had a beautiful time at the wedding. Nigerian wedding, baby. Yeah, they know how to get down. So a lot of dancing. A lot of dancing. So thank you for supporting the page and doing all that. Appreciate it. For everyone who saw my video last night and tripping, that video was made like 3 days ago, maybe 4 days ago. I think about 4 days ago, actually. So people was like, man, what are you talking about? And blah, 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 blah. The point was valid throughout, but that's neither here nor there. That's not why you clicked this video. Let's get to the subject matter at hand. The Rory and Joe Budden situation is non existent. It is Maul and Joe Budden. For those who don't know, Maul used to sleep on the couch at Joe Budden's house. They lived together. Rory didn't live with Joe Budden. Maul did. So they know each other a lot better than Rory. Now, when it comes to this situation, Rory has very little to say because Maul would know more than any about the scenarios and things at play. Now, let's listen to Joe and listen to how Joe words things. Okay? This is how slick he is. We had already got caught up to the point, if you didn't see the video, I mean, they really didn't send you a notification, and I don't even understand why. But yeah, the video is out. Yesterday, we made a video talking about this exact subject and got everybody up to date. But we'll give you a little playback of what Maul really was saying when he was addressing Joe, claiming that Maul never contributed anything and was just a bum and all that stuff. So he came out and doubled down.
It's not about me trying to create some narrative and paint you a certain way. You stole from Rory and myself. And we know that. And we just got tired of it and said, yo, we're not going to deal with it no more. Oh, here's another thing that I don't think people know, Rory. We never got paid from YouTube.
We said that in the response video.
Did we?
I think so.
We never got paid from YouTube. But I know a lot of people.
Because you listen to the people.
Now here's Joe's response.
Why don't you? Why don't I what? Show the accountant. Why don't I show the accountant? Because my feelings were hurt. Why would I be showing accountant?
I'm not.
My feelings hurt.
I'm gonna mind my little business.
No, because hold on, wait.
I don't want to do none of that, bro.
I'm taking care of you in a certain way for eons, and you come and look me in the face and say, "You're stealing from me." What do you want me to do? Not be hurt or not have emotions or feelings about the shit?
You asking? It's just logical brain.
Yeah.
Show me.
Well, that's what I did.
I don't know nothing about what you did with them. I'm talking about with me. I'm gonna say, show me. Show me. But you know, I'm.
But that's why I'm laughing.
But I'm the guy that'll go toe to toe and be like, yo, nah. I'm gonna back you in the corner. If you are saying X, Y, and Z, then nigga, show me. If you can't show me,
But that is what happened, by the way.
I don't know what took place.
I'm saying no. These are facts.
Okay.
I'm not dealing in emotion.
No,
I
I'm
want to
just
have
saying,
a nice, respectable. I don't want to be. We're not doing none of that.
See,
in this case, somebody who I considered a friend looked me in the face and said, "You're stealing from me."
And you said what?
And I said, "No, I'm not." And then they said, "Show me all the paperwork from 2015." I did that. Then they wanted a self-audit. I did that. Then I provided all these things. If you still think whatever you think at that point, what the fuck you want me to... And then he's saying whatever he's saying, which is show me the paperwork, show me your taxes. Am I in the matrix? Maybe I have a bad understanding of this.
Your
You
personal taxes?
accused me of stealing.
Again,
You gotta be shitting me.
I never had a conversation with them. They might have some.
Then show it. It wouldn't just be 2 years of whatever the fuck you saying and whatever you think. It's over now. The niggas landed, we landed, everybody landed okay, but you wouldn't just keep saying that. See, their plans wanted to be fueled on hate for Joe. My plans was only fueled on work ethics. Also a part of my problem. Because you've been coddled for as long as you've been coddled. And then when it all went down, you didn't have a conversation. You didn't look niggas in the face and say what the fuck was going on with you. You want to do internet games. I don't want to do internet games. If you got some proof that I took something from you, which I don't see a world where I could ever take something from you, I don't, then show it. Or take your money, go get your lawyer, go to court, do whatever you got to, come take it back. Take any action. But don't just keep saying the same shit. Come on, stop it. That's
Now, as you can see, that made no sense. What he was saying is we would go on the show the paperwork to the people, not to him. He already knows what it's going to say. Show it to the people. Well, he said, I'll come sit down with you on your show. I will come sit down on your show. And we can go from there. It's quick, it's concise, swish, swish. It's as simple as that. I don't see a problem. Do you see a problem? What Joe Budden wants to do is to change the narrative of the point. He knows what Maul said. But he's the one that's playing internet games. Now he's saying, go get a lawyer. Because he knows that'll cost money. That would drag out over time. And where they got robbed at, they said F it and screwed it and just left. They could have been in court all day, battling all over this nonsense. But they chose to take another route. That was on them. You see? What they were saying and what Joe said he provided was not accurate accounting information. It was a spreadsheet that they created, the numbers, and put in there. See, what Joe is not telling you is that he was taking his own personal finances and covering expenses. Because once he was saying, screw that, screw this, screw that, screw this, Joe was taking funds and using it, saying there wasn't any money in the Spotify deal. Joe Budden is not a great businessman, as he might make people allude to, like he's this great smart genius. He's really not. He's a guy that does something, fail, then say, okay, I know this time I'm gonna do this then, because somebody told me I should do that. And now I see, yeah, I did that the wrong way. So now if I do it again, I'll do it this way. So he's a guy that's got to fail over and over again until he gets it right. instead of learning what to do in the process. Now, if Joe sees I made a mistake, I shouldn't have gave them equity. I shouldn't have made them partners. But I never knew that this much revenue would be in it. Maul even said he told you to do a podcast that you used to dump on it. You held your nose up at doing a podcast. That was not what you was about. Now, with others, people had to be very careful. They couldn't just do the things that they do, right? Everyone had to be careful. Everyone had to be in a situation where they understood that they couldn't. And the reason why is simple. The reason why people didn't understand, the reason why the whole world didn't get it is very simple. They didn't get it because other people didn't want them to get it. They didn't get it because other people saw it differently. No, I saw it a little different than others, and that's why we're where we're at. You know, you're looking at a situation where, I mean, it's a quick fix, to say the least. You know, you got a lot of people that's in the game right now not understanding where they should be. You have a lot of people in the game that don't have a clue as what's going on. You have a bunch of people in the game that just don't get it. You understand? I mean, just don't get it at all. Don't have a clue about anything, you know? So what you're doing is you're going at it 100 miles an hour, trying to figure out why all the pieces don't connect. And Rory and Maul don't want to talk about it all day. If somebody ripped me off, I don't want to talk about it all day. You know, that's just how I feel. If I wouldn't want to sit around and be like, let's talk about how you ripped me off. Like, seriously? Especially when I said, all right, y'all got it. I don't care about it no more. You know, I really don't care about having those type of conversations. Now, you ever been in a conversation with somebody and you loaned them money, or you just said, you know, F it, man, screw the money? Have you ever done something like that and then they had the audacity to sit there and clown you over it? You know, you're like, whoa, wait a minute. How are you clowning me? Now, The way I look at it is simple. Joe Budden is stuck in his ego mode. Now, if they pursue or push the envelope, now the ball's back in Rory and Maul's court. Because now this includes Rory. Maul can't just come out and do it himself. Rory would have to do it with him. And now, because of that fact, you have a whole different element in place. I don't really understand why most of these people who are here look at records and stats and statistics, the whole nine. Like, I don't really get it. To me, it is not a good idea. That does tells you a part of it. In rap, in this podcast game, it's the same thing. Who has a better show? Rory and Maul or Joe Budden right now? I don't care where they rank them or who puts who there and what's what. Rory and Maul's show is a lot better than the Joe Budden podcast. Right now. Today. Period. Now, here's where the problem lies. Everyone has their own set of rules. They have their own parts of the game that they want to add. They have their own situation that they want to invoke. Everything else is on your lap. You have to be responsible for that. Joe Maul used to hustle to help pay rent. See, that's what Joe don't want to talk about, or Maul. He's trying to get Maul basically to talk about how Maul used to hustle to help pay out bills. Whenever they was low on something, Maul would do these things. But when your ego gets high, it's all about you and not about the guys that helped get you there, as if they were expendable pieces and everybody's here for Joe. If everybody was there for Joe, then Joe wouldn't have blown up as big as he did. Joe would have had a following that was way bigger. Joe would have had a lot more. Joe would have had. Do you get it? Joe would have had a fan base, but he didn't. Joe didn't have any of that. Well, I'm sorry, I just saw something devastating in the football game. So I gotta get out of here. But mainly, you get it. Joe Budden is a piece of spit for what he did to Rory and Maul. They did their first tour. He was, look at that. Everybody's here for Joe. Look out, I got him around the corner. I got him around the corner. If you had him around the corner, then they would have been doing that when you were out there doing your thing. If you got him around the corner, when you was doing your Joe Budden, they'd have been out there stunting. While you was Joe Budden it, when you was pumping it up, you didn't have him around the corner. You got him around the corner off the show with Rory and Maul. I'm just being factual. I don't have a dog in the fight. I don't have a disagreement. I don't have any of these things on the table. I'm just stating how it is. So y'all tell me if y'all see it differently. It's your boy Carcino. I'm out.